WTBQ.
Welcome to TG Wellbeing Talk Show Radio, education and raising awareness, interviews with the leaders and experts in medicine, health, fitness, nutrition, sports science, healthy eating, and motivation. This show is all about you, feeling and looking your best inside and out. Joining us right here on TG Wellbeing every Saturday from 12:15 to 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. Listen worldwide at WTBQ.com. I am your host, Rob Fletcher, author of America's Next Great Trainer, Transform Your Life. You can check that out on Amazon. Follow me on Instagram at ANGTTV. Be sure to follow us at TG Wellbeing. Today, I would like to welcome our featured guest, Josh Geske. Josh is opening the first TG Wellbeing Clinic in Chula Vista. He is co-partnered with other TG partners, TG The Gym. Josh, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Rob.
How's everything going out there in San Diego?
Oh, man, we are busy, but everything's going good. We're right on schedule with everything and excited to be opening up here soon in the next week.
Yeah, so first, Josh, I want to tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, your background, and then leading into, where you're at now with TG Wellbeing. So give a little overview, Josh, of where you're at.
Yeah, so I graduated from Fresno State in 2012, and there I double majored. My first bachelor's degree is in kinesiology, and my second one is in nursing. And while at Fresno State, I was interning with their strength and conditioning department, helping all the athletes run through their workout programs and help actually write them as well. And then after I graduated nursing school, I worked at Valley Children's in the operating room, and there I was neuro coordinator for a couple years. And then I made my transition down to San Diego and worked here as a nurse for another 5 years, and somehow stumbled into the gym business, which is great because everything that we're doing now kind of incorporates both my degrees, and I'm able to use both my skill sets in one place.
So tell us a little bit about George. How did you meet George? George Jackson, for those that don't know, George is the founder of TG The Gym. So there's actually TG The Gym, which is the gym, and then within the gym is the TG Wellbeing Clinic and facility. So first, your relationship with George, how did that develop?
Yeah, it was basically, I would probably call it divine intervention. My other partner that we have, Steven Krukenberg, him and I actually met at Bible study, and Steven and I actually lived in Fresno at the same time, and I would see him at the gym there. And Steven's a really big guy. There's not too many guys his size around, especially in Fresno. And I would always see him there, and I ended up catching him one day at church and talking to him, and he invited me to a Bible study. And his whole dream was always to, open up a gym. And he's actually the one that met George, and he basically invited me in on this little endeavor. And the amazing part was George's, idea to incorporate this deeper dive into health and fitness, and, having me on board kind of completed that vision for him. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, and the gym is so phenomenal. Both. I've been at all of them, and it's very, very cool. We were speaking, as you know, with Rob Armio, who heads up the TG Wellbeing MD mobile unit, which is really, really cool. We'll talk a little bit about that. But you have TG, mainly San Diego, and then, of course, recently opening, as you said, with your co-partner there, Steve, in Mesa, Arizona, which is a huge facility, 40,000 square feet. But what's really cool is the vibe that was created by George, developing this culture and this team of incredible leaders, yourself included, of course. But then also what's really phenomenal is the values. And as you mentioned, the Bible study groups and really keeping, your team members aligned with strong values and beliefs.
Yeah, and it's, I've never met anyone quite like George. I mean, the visions that he has for, our growth and what he's already created with the gym and the atmosphere. I mean, the energy is, unprecedented once you walk into our gym. If you could just bottle it up and package it and sell it, we'd be billionaires. You can't duplicate that sort of energy when you walk in. And I think with each different gym location, because there is different owners, it's still the same foundation, but it's just a little bit different energy at each place, and fits the members equally as well. But George is great because he has these visions, and he puts the people in the right situations, and he's never the type of person to lead from the top down. It's everyone's on the equal playing field, and everyone's vision for our end goal is just as important. So, and he's what the amazing thing about him being a leader is he allows for that to go, allows people to be in that flow and create without being a dictatorship or micromanaging. So that's where our success comes from, and it trickles down from us and from him to the members, and they all can see it and appreciate it. And I think that's where that great energy comes from.
A key word you said there, trickles down, evident through his charity, which he's so involved with, the Mitchell Thorp Foundation. We'll talk about that. I know there's a walk February 5th. So today, actually. But that also assists families and children with diseases, illnesses. So he does great things there. But also, I know what he values very much is education, raising awareness, also safety, which is a big part of what he likes to do. So safety, fitness, self-defense, which, as you know, I'll be in Mesa, Arizona this week, and then I'll be back to you.
That's right.
Josh.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So you have the TG Wellbeing Clinic. That's about ready to go, which looks phenomenal. And kudos to you. I told you once, I'll tell you again, you have done so much work to make that happen. I mean, you have TG Cafe. We'll talk about that, TG Clinic. But when do you expect to be open with the first TG Wellbeing Clinic?
So we're hoping to do probably a grand opening when you're actually here on the 3rd, because we'll have the mobile MD out here. It won't be fully functional, but we will have some services available then. So with TG Wellbeing, the member gets an exclusive access to brand new training facility, and the cool thing, it's a whole different vibe from our gym. They'll still get access to the gym itself, but they'll get exclusive access for TG Wellbeing members only to use this room. And the room has been designed where, because we really want to incorporate personal trainers with the doctors, with the clients, and then the clients that are on their own, they get to be able to be in this room, really focusing on themselves. And a lot of the people that, are probably going to be getting into this are those that, aren't extremely knowledgeable about, training. So having that intimacy and gaining that confidence before they step out into the big gym says a lot. And then also, with the trainers, they're able to spend additional time with these clients in a more private training studio atmosphere. And each, machine that we picked out is a dual function, or like they can do a full body workout within this little station. And it's just very unique compared to anything else that we have within the gym. And then also with their membership, they get in-body composition testing once a month. We're in the process of ordering a hyperbaric chamber, and they'll get a free session of that once a month as well. And then they'll get 20% off of any of our TG subs, any TG merchandise, and then the TG Cafe as well. And then we're also going to be offering educational seminars, which you're going to actually be launching the first one for TG Wellbeing, the self-defense one. But it's going to be free to TG Wellbeing members, and we're going to be able to have just kind of like a library for them to be able to access at any point in time.
And that goes right in with what you just said, education, raising awareness, because many people don't know, just like what you mentioned before, it's that initial evaluation. Think of how many people go to the gym without really knowing what's happening on the inside. So right out of the gate with TG Wellbeing, you're offering the Bloodwork assessment, you have the in-body composition and analysis, and then also, which I think is huge, and I know you do too, is the food sensitivity test.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. So that's one thing I forgot to mention. The main thing is that they will be getting 2 free blood tests a month, and then we will also be offering the gut health test as well. that they can purchase extra, but at a discounted rate because they are a TG Wellbeing member. And you're right. It's, a lot of, the fitness industry, unfortunately, is very superficially driven, and a lot of people look great on the outside, but they don't have any clue what's going on the inside. And so that's the amazing thing that we get to offer. And it's going to take a little bit for people to understand the importance of getting blood drawn, because a lot of people, get blood drawn when there's something wrong with them rather than, getting it for a checkup or a maintenance, like a physical, right? And so getting that education out there is going to be a huge task for us, but, it's something that we look forward to because, we're trying to raise the bar for the fitness community and be able to make it where this is a normality. Like everyone gets their blood test twice a year or even more so, right? And I think it's even more important when, you're talking about performance enhancing supplements, hormones, people that are doing hormone replacement therapy, they need to be checking up on this all the time because, unfortunately, there's been a lot of things done in the dark that don't really support someone's health. Yeah, they look great, but, they have no clue what's going on the inside.
Exactly right. And that's where I'll refer back to George's tagline, bringing light into the darkness, as you just said. It's and Rob, science meets fitness, and that's what this is all about. And many people, we're well into the new year now. Many people are heading into the gym, and they're not identifying immediate needs and deficiencies that they should know. And that's apparent once that, you evaluate the lab work and even the food sensitivity tests, finding out what's happening, digestive disorders, gut health, which, we all know impacts how you think and how you feel, and all of those things. And you're working, I know, with Dr. Robert Silverman, who is one of the TG Wellbeing advisors, working closely with him, which I know you and I spoke. He'll be doing a seminar shortly, I believe in May. We were talking about going out to Chula Vista to more education, and that's what has to really happen. And it's that platform that you also have for trainers. George is giving, and you and your partners, Steve, Elias, and Ernie, you're giving these trainers a great opportunity. These trainers, typically, they're working in a gym, and they're either paying a great amount of rent or a great amount of commission. So it's very difficult to make a living. So not only are you giving them that opportunity to, just buy your membership, train as many members as you want, in addition to giving them incentives for products and services that TG offers. So it's across the board. You're doing so many great things for the trainers. And I love the fact of aligning the world of medicine with the world of fitness, having the physician work directly with the trainer. So this is Rob Fletcher. You are listening to TG Wellbeing. We are talking with Josh Geske from Chula Vista TG. We'll be right back.
Orange County Tourism is your go-to guide for all the events in Orange County, starting with the Westtown Brew Works. And guess what? Their annual event On Ice is back. Enjoy 2 days of winter fun, featuring an outdoor ice bar, live music all day, food trucks, cigar and cocktail area, and fire pits. Tickets are available on their website at westtownbrewworks.com. Indulge your senses in the renovated Montgomery Mill at City Winery for their pairing series. This supper will feature a unique tasting menu which is in City Winery's intimate gallery and will consist of a 4-course tasting dinner paired with wine. For reservations, visit citywinery.com/Hudson Valley. On Sunday, February 6th at 3 p.m., show us your trivia skills, and they will put them to the test at the Apex Brewery. There are 4 rounds of trivia with individual prizes for each round. Visit apexbrews.com for more information. For all the events and happenings in the county, visit orangetourism.org. Burke Catholic is the premier preparatory school in the Hudson Valley and encourages students to fulfill their passions in the areas of the fine arts, academics, athletics, and community service. Burke Catholic has a 100% graduation and college acceptance rate. Our seniors are awarded, on average, $180,000 in college scholarships. Burke Catholic's personalized approach to guidance ensures success for every student in grades 6 through 12. For more information or to schedule a tour, visit burkecatholic.com.
3, 2, 1, and lift off.
The Chronogrammies are back, and we're over the moon.
Nominations are now open for Chronogram's 3rd Annual Reader's Choice Awards. New year, new categories. Still your choice. Nominate your favorite brunch spot, brewery, local celebrity, and more. You can nominate once a day in each category. What do you love most about the Hudson Valley? Tell us now through February 15th. Don't be a space cadet. Nominate today at chronogrammys.com.
Silvio's Restaurant and Martini Bar is where you'll dine in an elegantly restored 18th century mansion. Silvio's elegant atmosphere includes an artistic martini bar, terrazzo gardens, or choose a place by the fireside. Reserve your table and feast on the finest farm-to-table menu in the Hudson Valley. Choose Silvio's and they'll customize to fit your party and budget, whether at Silvio's or at your place. You'll find Silvio's at Route 94 South in Warwick. Visit silviosvilla.com.
Hi, this is John Tesh. Tune in for great music and intelligence for your life on weekdays at 1 p.m. as we assemble the tips, the facts, and the news you need to be happier, healthier, more lovable, and more fun to be around. Radio worth listening to.
We put the intelligence out there. You decide what to do with it.
WTBQ.
Welcome back. You are listening to TG Wellbeing Talk Show Radio. We are with Josh Geske, co-owner and partner of TG, the gym, and TG Wellbeing. Josh, we're just speaking about the trainers and the physicians and even offering services like telehealth. So let's dive into a little bit of that.
Yeah, so we're going to actually have the ability to, one, do mobile labs, mobile vitamin injections, also be able to prescribe hormone replacement and other peptide therapies to our clients. And they're also going to have the option where we have a clinic on site where they can actually meet with a physician and go over their labs and talk about possibilities of whatever treatments that they see fit. And being able to, speaking from my experience as a kinesiology, graduate, right? I did personal training, I wanted to open a gym. This is before my nursing career started. But, I quickly realized that there's no differentiating between me if I go spend, $500 on a certificate and take weeks, months to study and pass it compared to someone that takes a $50 course on the weekend and they're a personal trainer as well. As all the public sees is, just personal trainer. And so the quality that you're getting is always mysterious, and it's all word of mouth, and you just never really know. And so for the trainers, there's no real incentive for them to actually better themselves or have that continuing education. And that's something that we also want to be able to provide, where they're actually talking with the physicians and planning out a whether it's a nutrition or fitness schedule based on the client's actual in-depth health and assessment. And so being able to provide them not only with a physician right there at their side, but also be able to provide them like with our medical directors, right, to give them additional resources that they can study up on and have their client reach the ultimate, potential that they're striving for.
And as we were talking about identifying the immediate needs and deficiencies, but also now you really have a great baseline to design and customize a program and workout that best suits that individual.
Yeah, 100%. And it's never been done before. It's something that the industry has needed, and unfortunately, the big box chains have really handcuffed the fitness industry where, they're charging members $60 an hour, but yet they're paying their personal trainers $15 an hour.
That's the awesome thing. So all you trainers out there, especially on the West Coast, if you're in that area and if you align with the values and beliefs of TG, it's very infectious. The vibe is very positive. It's very strong with the employees, with the partners, with the members, with the staff. I strongly encourage you to check it out. Go in there. They welcome trainers. They just really want the trainers that are the best of the best and that really love what they do. And they're providing you an opportunity to actually make a living and giving you other opportunities by increasing your streams of revenue. So Josh, let's talk about the athlete, the bodybuilder, the person that really wants to go to the next level. So putting programs and protocols together based on the results of that lab work.
Yeah, so that's where they'll be able to actually see their hormone levels and what's going on within their body and be able to tailor a hormone replacement that's a little bit it's more tailored to their needs and what's going on, because, it's not a fitness and nutrition is not a cookie cutter thing where it's like, every program fits all. So everyone, basically you can train different, you can train, and it's not going to affect everybody the same way. And the same thing with your nutrition. Some people do better with keto. Some people do, better with low carb. And everyone's body is different. And so that's what we're trying to do is actually get that deeper dive and be able to see the actual physiological things that are interacting within their body.
So right now,
not doing it in a dangerous way, because a lot of people try to take it in their own terms, right? And they're buying stuff out of someone's trunk, and that's the
very dangerous.
Very dangerous side of this world.
Yeah, and that's where this whole component of having legitimacy and credibility. You have the physician, you have the trainer, and then really, this truly can impact someone's life. Optimal performance, as you say, optimal performance inside and out. But it also can save someone's life, because many people don't know what's happening until you know. So
and actually getting the stuff from pharmacy as well, right?
Right, not through someone's trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So you have the clinic, you have that opening up. We have George's event coming up, the Mitchell Thorp Foundation. Then we have the educational seminar, which I'm very excited about. So we have Dr. Robert Silverman will be heading out, I believe, in May sometime. Mm-hmm. And then we're also speaking. I know that we're going to be participating in the Great Olympia Weekend, and I believe that is in December. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We'll have a very strong presence there. So all of you heading out to the Olympia, make sure you keep your eye out, because, of course, we'll be posting stuff and keeping you updated through our social media platform, our websites, and our upcoming magazine, TG Wellbeing. So, Josh, right now with the amount of members that you have and management and all the things that you're doing, one of the biggest pieces, too, of course, is healthy eating. So I want to go right into that awesome TG Cafe. So where are we at with that?
Yeah, so TG Cafe is another new venture for us, and basically we just want to make the gym a one-stop shop for everybody where they don't have to go outsource all their stuff. So it's going to be a coffee shop in a sense, where they're able to get post-workout drinks, coffee before work, and cheat meal pastries if need be, and then also we're going to have meal prep where they can order pre-ahead, tailored to their diet, or just the member that's looking to eat relatively healthy but not be so strict, to give them those healthy options where they don't have to be getting cheap Subway or God forbid McDonald's, something like that, right, on their lunch break, because they don't have a lunch, where they're eating from their cafeteria where it's they don't know exactly what their meal what they should be eating. They just see what's on TV or what someone told them that they should. So being able to actually take this a step further and sit down, do the gut health assessment, and know if they struggle from anything, any digestion problems, any lack of nutrients, or irritable bowel disease is a common one that everyone runs into, right? And trying to figure out what irritates that, and be able to supply them with the options of our meal prep, and actually also give them a place where they can sit down and chill out after a workout, or hang out and build that community.
All of these things that you mentioned to me, of course, we know how food affects energy levels, mood, and also whatever you're consuming is going to impact your energy throughout the course of the day. So let's talk a little bit about how strongly do you feel that all that you're doing between getting the lab work done, the blood work assessment, getting someone's gut health check through food sensitivity, starting out with their in-body, how do you think this could affect someone with maybe severe depression, mood swings, PTSD, especially our military, because I know George and everyone is very strong about helping out our military, our vets. How do you think that will impact people, the way they feel once you have this blueprint for where to start?
Yeah, I know from my experience, mental health is a huge thing. Being able to change that mindset, be present with your emotions, and not be so reactive, and being able to actually, the gym has given me so many things, and mental toughness is one of them. Pushing yourself to that next rep or that next exercise when you feel like quitting, and you just continue on. And that's a huge part of the physical aspect of the gym is mental toughness, but then also, incorporating a diet that, makes you feel good as well. And you don't feel, lethargic and tired all the time. You actually have that energy to work out and do other things like in your life. And I'm excited for what we're doing and how we're going to be able to help the community. And also, that's our probably phase 3 of all of this is to incorporate the mental health aspect and be able to build that into with our trainers and with our clients.
I agree that, and mental health has taken a huge hit, I think, on everyone, mentally and emotionally over the last couple of years. Don't need to go into the whys, but I think it's we're in a worse place than we've been in a long, long time, and people need that outlet and that source. So I can't really encourage people enough and to communicate enough the importance of this is why we're doing what we're doing, Josh and I and the TG team, is that we want to be that voice for education and raising awareness. We want to help you, and the only way to really help you is to know what's happening all around. It's not just a physical appearance, but we want to know what's happening on your insides. And that's why George founded TG Wellbeing, and he assembled such a great team of people and partners to put this program together to really monitor what's happening, identifying the immediate needs and deficiencies of your body, and then also base a program and workout designed to your lifestyle, your activities, and also your goals and objectives. So that's a huge thing that you're doing, Josh, and I think it's going to be awesome to see, some of these results. You have the members, and people will really be able to gauge, where they're at, not just physically, but mentally, how they feel this month and how they feel, 2 to 3 months down the line. What would you say, we're 2 months, we're 1 month into the new year. So this typically is usually where you're going to see people veer off, get a little bit discouraged. They have that, okay, I've been coming to the gym. I think they look for quick, fast changes, and they're just going into it with no direction or roadmap. What advice or tip could you give to people that could give them a little bit more incentive and motivation because they're not seeing the results they desire in the first few weeks of the new year?
I think it's amazing for everyone to have a long-term goal. But then you have to kind of scale it back. And what I've always done, and everyone's different, is what's my long-term goal and how am I going to get there? And then what I do is I break it into smaller goals. So that way I'm not overwhelmed, because a lot of people, what they try to do is they come in here, they switch up their whole diet. They automatically cut out all the sweets. They cut out all the carbs.
Exactly.
And, they're training, 100%. And they've never really trained before in their life, and they've never dieted before in their life. And so they're setting themselves up for failure. And it's just too much of a change too quickly. And you have to slowly transform yourself into that person and, just become so in love with that person that you end up becoming that person. And how you do that is the slow little micro goals. And what I've done is, for instance, if someone's, they have their eating habits are desserts after every meal, let's cut it down to maybe once or twice a week you get a dessert after your dinner, right? Small little goals like that, and then we'll build into what you want to become.
100%. That's what I've always said. Small, gradual changes, setting realistic, achievable goals. Like you said, you can't just go, I don't believe, to go cold turkey or to do something to an extreme may work for some people, but I believe and agree with you, what you just said, it's those small changes that will make a bigger difference. So if you make a point to make those small steps, they will turn into bigger steps, and you'll see those goals be met. But we are about to close out, Josh. Where can people, I know Facebook, we have TG Wellbeing, but we also have TG the Gym. So give people some information on where they can find out. And I also encourage, as I said earlier, trainers, check out TG the Gym. 8 locations, Josh, correct? In the West,
Yes.
in San Diego?
Yes.
In San Diego. And then, of course, TG the Gym in Mesa, Arizona. So trainers, check them out. You won't regret it. You're really going to like the vibe. Their facilities are beautiful. Go see Josh, Steve at TG Chula Vista. Steve's mainly at, well, he's back and forth. You have Ernie out there in TG Mesa and Elias. But Josh, where can they find you?
So Instagram is the Gym Chula for the actual gym. And then for TG Wellbeing, it is TG Wellbeing on Instagram as well. And then that's basically all the information is going to be on there. Both sites are going to, because Wellbeing will be starting at the Gym Chula. We will be running both sites as far as promoting everything and getting that information out to everybody.
Well, Josh, this is part 1. I know we're going to have you back next week, so I greatly appreciate your time. Looking forward to seeing you, but I am looking forward to speaking with you next week. Thanks very much, Josh Geske, for joining us. TG, the Gym, Chula Vista, and TG Wellbeing. This is Rob Fletcher. You're listening to TG Wellbeing Talk Show Radio. In closing, TG, the Gym, is a major sponsor and supporter of the Mitchell Thorp Foundation, which provides financial, emotional, and resource support to families whose children suffer with life-threatening diseases and disorders. If you're in the San Diego area, please remember today, as a matter of fact, the 13th annual Warrior Spirit 5K Run Walk to benefit the Mitchell Thorp Foundation. Be sure to go to their website or our website, tgwellbeing.com, and subscribe to our newsletter for updates, news, special events, discounts on products and services. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at TG Wellbeing. Check out our website, tgwellbeing.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at ANGTTV. Tune in every Saturday, TG Wellbeing Talk Show Radio, 12:15 to 12:30. Listen worldwide at WTBQ.com. It's all about a better you, inside and out. Tune in. It may change your life.